The moment school got formed, we made knowledge finite.
So a lot of lies have been incorporated into curricula. Will you permit me to shake tables? Let's shake tables here today.
Bring it up.
Thank you. A lot of lies. High blood pressure has been reversed. Diabetes reversed. Arthritis reversed. Tell me, doctors have told, I know a woman, that a doctor, a consultant gynecologist, looked at her in the face and said, you can never have a child. And the woman just packed her file, her bag, and left him. Only for the woman to meet a youth copper, a medical doctor who just finished as a core member. And the boy listened to her story. I said, can we try this? In 4 months, she was pregnant. She gave birth to the child and took the child back to that other doctor. And then sat opposite the man with the baby. And said, you silly ass. I was there so and so months ago, and you said to me that I can never. I'm not even talking spiritual matters here. Do you understand? Don't mix it up. Don't model it up. This is not faith. It is possible for a man and a woman who don't have any problem to be married for 5 years, meeting themselves, and there's no conception. For life runs on chances. What did I say? Your body speaks. So you were going, and then suddenly there's a pain in your back. Your body is saying something. If you suddenly feel dizzy, don't continue forcing yourself to do what you were doing. Say to your neighbor again, your body speaks. Please listen. Say it one more time. Your body speaks. Please listen. Strength. Now like drug for young man. You will do like, oh yeah. It's not their fault. Oh. Have you heard of this thing before? Call him. No be him. No be him. You see, there are many things we blame young people for. That is now hormone they run. At adolescence, you see once a young person achieves adolescence, the young person is more sexually responsive, reactive. Not be the person. Have you seen this one before? Testosterone. You see, sometimes the things you think say na sin, na nature. What you need to now do is teach the person. Don't assume it's not there. Something is driving this person. Tell your neighbor, hormones. And sometimes the reason why some people have not been pregnant is just that essentially, really effectively, a woman is not fertile beyond 14 days in 28 days. Do you know?
Yes.
Thank you, ma. The menstrual cycle is a 28-day cycle partitioned in the middle by ovulation. Pre-ovulation, there is no egg to fertilize. That's the safe period. Abi? But once there is ovulation around the 14th day, this testosterone will pump like. That's why you want to touch your wife. Before you touch your wife, she's touching you. Hormone. Tell your neighbor, hormone. There is a time in a month for a woman. It does not matter how you know how to play the ball. There's no goal post to score. No post, no day. So just bad and playing it anyhow. You know, they go anywhere. You gave me one now. Now, let me quickly show you something. In PB Lifestyle, what do we sell? Now, before I ask that question, note something. Sir, you will know this well with your experience in network marketing. When most network marketing companies come fresh, products move. Do you know what's moving the products? Registration. That first registration, products will be moving. Then the registration will get to a point, it will saturate. Do you know what is causing the saturation? The product in the hands of people is still there in their hands. They don't see themselves. Am I making sense here?
Yes, of course.
That's why once that registration starts, product knowledge must follow to back it up, so that people will know. Once you know the product and you experience the product, it will move. The testimonies will bring more sign-ups. You get it? But when you don't know the product, you can't even talk about it. The product will be in your hand. You will be following. Networkers are dangerous people. They will be following the PV. They will be hipping the, and that's why it gets to a point. The next thing you will notice is that products, the price of the products will scatter for markets. People who don't hold their own, tired, we need money. Waiting to buy for 48,000. You get 20. You get, take. Well, they're about follow that. So the market now, you when you buy your own to sell now becomes a problem. That's the dynamics, and that's why product knowledge is an essential and integral part of network marketing systems, especially at the beginning. So back to the question I asked. What do we sell? You know, many networks have specific, that is unique thing they are selling. Not necessarily just the name of the product, but there's a unique thing in their product that they are selling. What are we selling? You are correct, but what are we selling?
Drugs, lifestyle.
We are selling lifestyle. We are selling health. What is the ingredients that we are using to sell it? SOD. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What is SOD?
Super outside.
What did you say now?
I said, what is SOD?
Say it loud.
What is SOD?
Do you understand? But really, what we are selling is SOD. You find SOD in almost all our products. Hello? And that's a very vital question, because by the time you want to sell the product and somebody holds it, he then sees SOD. In fact, one of the products, our flagship product, if they say go and bring one product from all our products, what's one we're likely to first go to? You know. What will be you know? SOD. But we are not selling SOD because other people have sold SOD before. We are selling SOD plus.
That's right.
The first company I knew that sold SOD, I want to say last. But the way some of them sold it was not to sell SOD like this. They sold glutathione. They didn't sell glutathione like that. They sold ribosine, which your body will now use to produce your own glutathione. Do you understand? But there's no company, and I stand to be corrected, there's no company I know of in the world that sells SOD the way PB Lifestyle sells SOD. not one. How do we sell SOD? And why did the company choose to produce a product like that? So let's run two parallels. Our human system. We are running two parallels so that we can relate with it better. And the second is any device or artificial system. Maybe a compound, maybe a gadget, maybe a car, maybe the engine of a car. Do you understand? If you look at a human being, look at a creation, maybe like a computer, maybe like a car, does not have one part. The car has engine, it has body, it has gear, it has wheels, has the braking system. When you say car, you are assuming that you have a functional unit where all of these parts are integrated and functioning. Am I making sense? Yes. When you say humans, it means you have systems. Circulatory system, reproductive system, digestive system. Those systems are made up of organs. The organs are made up of tissues. The tissues are made up of what? Cells. What they call life, what is called life, is in a cell. In fact, there are organisms that they are not more than one cell. Did you study the amoeba when you were in school? You did. Paramecium. You studied it. Good. So life is in the cell. Now let me compare the human cell in its functioning now to the smallest functional unit of any gadget. Let me even say a compound. What did I call it? You have a house. Have you eaten banana before? You've eaten banana before. How did you eat it? Did you just take the banana and put it in your mouth? You removed the back. So there was a peel. You peeled it, took the flesh inside, and threw away. When you eat, your body, in the process of using the food, the flesh inside, produces byproducts like the peel. Just like when you want to eat your banana, you don't take the whole banana. The reason why you have a stomach, you have small intestine, you have large intestine, is because your body will separate what you have taken in as food into what it wants and what it does not want. Thank you. That's what it does not want are byproducts of metabolism. Do you understand? So you take food and the body separates it. It takes nutrients and separates it from what? Byproducts. Do you understand? Now this is the problem. Are we still together? This is what? Some of these, once they are produced, the body must take care of them. So, do you know why you poo? Do you know why you go to the toilet? Look at yourself like, you know, agege bread. Look at your body like agege bread. Are we together? Please follow me closely. You now put a pipe. You put it from the top to the bottom. It's coming out. One end is coming out on the top. The other end is coming out But before you dip the pipe in the bread, make holes in the pipe. So that when you are pouring water, some of the water will go into the bread. Do you understand? And the part of the water that does not go into the bread will come out from under. That's what you are pouring. Essentially, from our mouth to our anus is a canal. It is called alimentary canal. Thank you. So when you eat, you take drugs, you inhale anything, the body takes what it needs, and so part of the things that the body does not take, you have in the course of metabolism, you have things like superoxide anion. What do we sell? What is SOD? So one of the things we produce, one of the most dangerous of the side product of metabolism is the superoxide anion. Okay? Because we produce it. Let me explain it to you again. Let me repeat it. The bad boy that we produce is what? Superoxide anion. But because we produce superoxide anion, God gave us superoxide dismutase to convert superoxide anion into hydrogen peroxide. But hydrogen peroxide is also not a good boy. This is the baddest Badu. Baddest Badu. And this one is the Badu. So because it's just like stepping something down from a higher point of danger to a lower point of danger. Then there's another one that then converts this one to water and oxygen. That one is catalyst. Are you relating with our products?
Yes.
Are you relating with our products now? So SOD, supervisor dismutase, to step it down from the baddest Badu to the Badu. Catalyst to step it down to the good boy. Okay? Now, when these guys thrive in the cell, in other words, there's a problem with this guy, and there's a problem with this guy will mount up. This guy too will do what? Now, the problem with the two of them mounting up is simple. We have not seen the worst. If this one now comes to see this one and they handshake, they will now produce the Baba Saleh Badu, hydrogen radical. This is the one that attacks the cells and damages the cells. But wait a minute. You are not as taking care of this guy. You are not as taking care of this guy. At this point, the cell, if everything here works well, the cell is protected from damage. Are we together? Yeah. That's what I know. But what if this person has been so badly damaged before you even went to say, overcome the take you? You know this stop here. What next did he do? Now, when you have this damage, and then there's an attack on the cell, what it will attack are lipids in the cell membrane. It will make them, to convert them to peroxides. There's another mechanism for repair. You see that glutathione that those people were doing? That's his job. Reduced glutathione will become peroxidated. Don't worry about the details of this one. It's just like, let's say this thing has stained your hand. And that's a damage. I am reduced glutathione. I will now come and clean the stain and get stained. I have a place where I go to, where I will go and rub it, and I'm okay, and I'll come back. Who gets stained for hand again? clean it, go. Get fixed and come back. Clean it. So, reduced glutathione is a repair molecule. Are you getting it? Yeah. Now, you see here, between this conversion, where it's going to clean you and coming back, there's an enzyme that coordinates that activity. Guess what the name of that enzyme is? Glutathione peroxidase. Hello? What did I call it? The three key components in UNO are SOD, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and that glutathione. Clap for UNO. Are we together? Yeah. Now, as technical as SOD sounds, there's a burden on all of us. You know what the burden is? You can't say what you don't know. And that is what we sell. You can't say what you don't know. It will be a case of what do you want? I don't know. When do you want it now? You don't know. But why do you want it now? That's the case. So, now let me break this down and relate it to this. Listen to this, everybody, please. Give me attention. You see this hydroxide superoxide anion and this hydrogen peroxide and other kinds of anti-hydroxyl radical, see them as assailants, attackers that are going to attack your house. But unfortunately, they are not coming from outside. Now you produce them. Do you understand the issue? You know, this is the mechanism for having cancer and tumors. I hope you know. When this hydroxyl radical keeps attacking the cells, it will attack the cell to a point where the cell needs to be repaired. Now, it tells the cell gets a signal to get repaired. If the damage is serious, it can't repair. It then gets a signal to commit suicide, apoptosis. If the damage is so severe, even the part of the cell that should initiate the suicide has been damaged. Do you understand? And then it tells the cell gets the final instruction. Go and die anyhow. Just go and die anyhow. That's where you get to necrosis, cirrhosis, because that damaged cell that is not repairable must die. But the cell can do one more wonder. It will refuse to die by any means. That's when you have tumors. Normally, all cells reproduce and replicate. But there's something called contact inhibition. When a cell is dividing and it touches another cell of its kind, it should stop dividing along that line. Contact inhibition. Once it touches another cell, it will say stop. It will now go. Sure, you understand? And that is why all the cells of the eyes, if you look at the eyes, there's a way the eyes look for everybody. There's a way the breast looks for everybody. It can be bigger from one person to the other. Because there are regulators around that environment that prevent the expression of the genes that will make the cell of another place go in the environment. But when a cell becomes tumorigenic, when tumors are formed, you know they hear what they give. The cell has decamped. It's no longer listening to political authorities. So you now find the cells of the eyes growing, and it just continues to grow anyhow. And that's the point where we say this person has a tumor. Now, there are two kinds of tumors: benign and malignant. Benign means good. Malignant means bad, technically. It's a benign tumor. If the tumor continues to grow in one location and there's an encapsulation preventing it from spreading, it's still in one location. So you can go in by some form of surgical excision. So through a sectomy, you take it out. It's still there. I mean, it's no longer there. It's one location. But if you leave it there, it can continue and then chip off. Follow blood, enter another place. That's called metastasis. So I'm saying in essence that this is the process that initiates tumorigenesis, carcinogenesis, organ damage. You can go on and go on and go on and go on. Now listen, the first statement I made when I got here, it was to say your body, see, once this process begins to fail, your body begins to send you signals. Hello? Now, if somebody is going to attack this compound, are you with me? If somebody is going to attack this compound, if you build a house, what are the things you do? You put security wire on the fence. You put a dog. You put security man by the goalpost. When God created you as a house, your SOD, catalyst, glutathione peroxidase were created with you. From age 10, they begin to drop. By the time you get to 50, you've lost half of them in quantity and efficacy. So if I were you, first line, what was the first line? Enhance these ones. That's what PB Lifestyle is doing. That let's now help the ones that God gave us to continue working optimally. Step one. That's why our flagship product is what? You know. You see the congen powder. That's why you can put iodine in water and have your congen powder. Why? Because what all these ones are doing, these bad boys, they are doing oxidation. So the mechanism, the fundamental mechanism of tissue and cellular damage is what? Oxidation. But these ones are antioxidants. That's why they are called endogenous. Inside. Endogenous what? Antioxidants. But let me take you one step further. If I live here, if I don't even mention any other product, I'm done. So your first line soldiers are what? Your endogenous antioxidants. What are your endogenous antioxidants? Superoxide dismutase, catalase, glutathione peroxidase. They are endogenous antioxidant enzyme systems. That's what you are selling me, you know. Second line, there are other biomolecules that can help that work. They are not endogenous antioxidant enzymes, but they are exogenous antioxidants. Example, vitamin C. Are you relating with our products? Are you? Yeah. Example, vitamin E. Are you relating with our products?
Why don't you show us this thing?
Vitamin E. Vitamin C. Now, this one. This is the congen powder, and it contains superoxide dismutase, SOD. It contains catalase. It contains glutathione peroxidase. In addition to other components from corn. Hello? So what am I saying? You see this house? If one of your house helps becomes an ally to kidnappers, that's similar to what we have here. Who in your house when you only they lose your money they feed now becomes an ally. That's why cancer is difficult to treat. Cancer is not another organism attacking you like malaria. Another organism attacking you can initiate the process. But essentially, that's not what cancer is. Cancer is that person's own cells refusing to listen to the regulatory mechanisms of his own body. It has now become an assailant inside the body. A rebel. ó ti di Boko Haram sáré. He is an in-house bred Boko Haram. Are you getting the picture now? So, what is you are not doing? You know, you're saying, you, no member of this house will become recalcitrant. We keep you in check. Tobati Yahweh, and I swear, as you're mad, we will tell you. Are you getting it? People lifestyle is also saying, apart from this, we get vitamin C, we get vitamin D, we get other products that, you know, if your house is attacked and you are feeling overwhelmed, what do? You call for security, call for backup. So people lifestyle has given us the ones that will protect the house and the backup. Put your hands together for Blue Lifestyle. So the backups are those other products. All of these ones are in-house protectors. You know, is in-house protector. Okay? What's the time? Let me stop. So that we can handle questions if questions come. What I wanted to do today was different. I wanted us to go to prescription guide. Talk about the products and then go to the prescription guide. Maybe we'll do that in Kyp Series 2. Okay? This is Kyp Series 1. It's going to be in series. Kyp is know your products. So once you say Kyp, you understand that that's what we're saying. This is Kyp Series 1. We'll come for Kyp Series 2. I will show you the products one by one. Show you what each of them does. And now show you the prescription guide. You will now understand why this particular product is going to be useful to treat this particular illness. So let's stop it here today and let's take questions. Thank you very much.